for another motherfucking recap of Real Housewives of Atlanta. Look, we had a little bit of a hiatus for a little bit because, we had the little Super Bowl thing going on. Go Seahawks. So, y'all know we had to go ahead and, take that little week off, which was cool because they left us in all kinds of disarray with all the bullshit and buffoonery that went on last episode. Now, if you haven't seen last week's episode recap, y'all need to go ahead and check out the link down below, or I will annotate it someplace all up and through here, okay? But I'm so happy that I got a chance to check out this episode because y'all know from the beginning of this season, I saw the previews and I already knew Candy was going to act a damn fool. And so I've been excited because supposedly this is the episode that she's going to act a fool in. Now, y'all know when I recap the episodes, I recap them as I watch them. So I don't have a clue what the fuck is going to happen in this episode. I just know what y'all know, which is the previews. So we can go ahead and go as we flow toe to toe. Y'all know, hey, I'm a rapper, y'all. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this motherfucker started. So y'all know we left off with some cray-cray last episode, okay? We already know what the fuck happened. Obviously Nene was trying to start some shit, okay? She done started some shit with Kenya from the minute Kenya walked in the motherfucking door. Kenya done got called out on some shit that she done said about Natalie and Christopher Williams, okay? And Christopher Williams, I don't care what anybody says, he done got the fuck up. He acted like he was finna go someplace else, but y'all know, I feel like he walked up on Kenya. Even though he didn't walk up in her face, he done walked across the way like he was finna start some shit with Kenya. Y'all know he's got a little bit of a history. Halle Berry. Okay, so Kenya was trying to defend herself. She started to walk over to Natalie like, okay. And honestly, I personally think that she was trying to get the fuck away from Christopher because honestly, on some real shit, y'all know he's got a little bit of a history of being a little short with the temper, okay? She done got up and then all hell broke loose with all some other motherfuckers and shit. Let's see, we got Brandon, who's her little, cheerleader, came all up and through. We got Apollo, who done started beating on Brandon's ass for no damn reason, which we still to this day don't know what the fuck the reason was for that. Although some of y'all have told me in the last recap that I guess he hit him on accident or hit him in the eye or whatever the fuck. Personally, my personal opinion is that, Paulo had some, I guess some memories or nightmares of what the fuck, may have happened to him when he was in the penitentiary the first motherfucking time. And maybe Brandon reminded him of that shit because he came out of no motherfucking where to try to beat his motherfucking ass. But I ain't gonna lie to y'all, Brandon's ass done try to go toe to toe with his ass. That nigga was trying to kick his motherfucking ass too. So we start off with them all, kind of being broken apart or whatever. Apollo's on the side, with his little light-skinned ass with the, the muscles and the chest and shit. And, his shirt is all ripped up and shit. Microphone, he trying to pull the microphone off and shit. And, of course, Phaedra's ass, because that's not only his wife, but his lawyer as well. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, Phaedra's all like, we gonna leave Apollo. It's time to go. And, he's trying to pull off his shirt and shit, what's left of it or whatever. And all I could do was just look at his, rippling biceps. I mean, I'm just saying, the little chest and everything, lose little tattoos and shit. I know y'all saw that shit. I guess in the process, Brandon's like, what the fuck did he lunge at me for? Because honestly, on some real shit, Apollo came out of nowhere and tried to beat his ass, okay? So Brandon's like, what the fuck happened? And then you got Nene's ass in the background talking about some,
I'm not here to be hood with you guys.
Bitch, your ass is the motherfucker who started this shit in the first motherfucking place. And from what I motherfucking understand, your shit was on that cocainas. Everybody and their mama talking about in the street that your ass was on that white shit. I told y'all there was something funny about her ass. The last episode recap, when I said her ass was damn near about to rub the flow out, walking back and forth, pacing and shit. And I was like, what the fuck is wrong with this bitch? It just seemed really out of character. And then everybody and their mama on the bottom of the recap was telling me that supposedly that night she done, sniffed some other shit. The whole purpose of this pillow talk session was to start some shit. The bitch was trying to earn her little $1 million bullshit she gets from being on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Y'all know she makes more money than all them bitches on the damn show. So Kenya was like, fuck this shit. I'm finna go check on Brandon. Next thing you know, Brandon's talking about what the fuck did I do to you? And then next thing you know, Apollo Apollo tries to lunge at that motherfucker again. So now Peter's trying to hold his ass back. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with Apollo? Okay, but why is it that in 2 episodes, Chuck's bitch ass is in the corner, sitting there looking like... And the fact that Monique is sitting all in front of his ass, damn near protecting his old bitch ass, that's some bitch ass shit. The shit that had my motherfucking ass cracking the fuck up was the fact that Nene was trying to, for real, like, justify the fucking bullshit she done put together, that the whole pillow talk situation was about some...
This is about asking questions and answering them. It ain't about getting crunk with no fists and stuff.
Nene, for real, bitch? Bitch, bye. You know damn well you ain't had no relationship with no S's, and now you want to throw an S and an E in the motherfucker and be like fisses. When the fuck did fisses, when did FISTS become fisses, bitch? Can we get some vocabulary lessons up and through this motherfucker? This motherfucker was on the new normal. They done gave the bitch scripts, okay? The bitch was acting in shows and shit, and she ain't know how to say no fist, plural, fist. What the fuck? Then Portia's ass was like,
I ain't signed up for no shit like this.
Nene was like, where are you going? And Portia was like,
This is some hood shit, Nene. I will have no parts of it.
okay, so we got Phaedra and Apollo out the door, right? And now Christopher Williams like, oh yeah, I don't know what the fuck was going on with Kenya. You know, she was on some shit talking all that yin-yang about my wife, okay? Now we gonna get Candy in the situation, like...
You had some things to say about Todd that I didn't think was cool.
Now Natalie wants to try to backtrack and be like,
See, what had happened was, you know, they had asked me some character questions about Todd, and I had said that he had dated my friend and that he had cheated on said friend. I never used the word opportunist. I had said that he was a hustler, okay, and that he done broke my friend's heart.
my thing is, bitch, you sitting here talking about Todd's motherfucking ass. At least he's trying to put a ring on the motherfucker. We don't even know if your ass is motherfucking married to Mr. Christopher, because according to everybody else, you common law up in this motherfucker. So you might not want to try to, you know, talk about other motherfucker situations. So now Cynthia's ass wants to get all involved in shit because she's realizing real quickly that her ass is finna get caught up in some shit, because she knows the reason why this whole conversation done went down is because her ass started talking shit in the damn bus when they were headed out or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Kenya wouldn't have said shit to old girl if Cynthia hadn't said shit in the damn bus. Now she's trying to get all up in Candy's face to try to, you know, rectify the situation, you know what I'm saying, and try to justify what the fuck conversation went down. So while all that bullshit is going on, right, Christopher Williams is trying to, you know, justify his wife's or girlfriend's or concubines, you know, actions or whatever the fuck she done said, and he's like,
You know, well, you know, man, he had said that, you know, you were a stand-up guy and that, you know, you were good looking and that women be looking at you because you good looking.
I'm like, nigga, bye. Now Cynthia's ass realizes her ass got caught up in some bullshit and that her ass is about to get called out on the shit she done spread to everybody, including Kenya, which is why this whole motherfucking thing started to fucking begin with, alright? So now Cynthia's gonna be like, oh yeah, you know, she had just said that, you know, but that was really just nothing major. I mean, it was part of an entire conversation. I mean, she had said he was a nice guy and shit. She had just said what had happened with her girlfriend or whatever the fuck. Girl, bye. You know damn well the whole reason why this bullshit done started is because your ass was talking shit in the bus, spreading whatever the fuck bullshit old girl Natalie's ass done said to every motherfucking body, and Candy's calling your ass out on it, and of course Natalie done sold you under the motherfucking bus. Now Cynthia's ass is doing all of this, trying to explain to Candy's ass what the fuck went down, all of this, all up in her motherfucking face, and y'all know Candy's ass was finna blow up at some motherfucking point. Everybody and their mama's been on Todd's ass. Some bitch she don't know from a can of motherfucking paint, Natalie, then Cynthia, then Kenya. Everybody got some shit to say about Todd's ass, and she's sick of the motherfucking shit. So here's Cynthia doing all of this, which I don't know why the fuck she was doing that shit to begin with. Y'all know, like I said, her ass was wrong. Just be real, be like, hey, yeah, I brought that shit up with my girl Natalie. I was trying to get some dirt because I was, you know, concerned or whatever the fuck she wants to use as an excuse, and keep it funky. But don't try to pacify the shit and justify whatever the fuck Natalie done said, because you started the shit from the fucking beginning. Candy's ass is like, what the fuck are you doing all of this in my motherfucking face, okay? And Cynthia's like, oh yeah, well, you know, you using your hands too, so I'm finna use my hands just like you are. And Candy's ass was like,
because the bottom line is you doing too much.
Now the problem that I had with this situation is Cynthia's trying to walk up all up in her face talking about all of this, trying to justify whatever the fuck Natalie said. And my thing is, at the end of the day, the conversation you done had with Natalie was to try to find out some dirt or whatever the fuck was going on with Candy and Todd. You know damn well that wasn't not damn bit of Candy's or Todd's interest. So don't try to be all up in through here, all up in Candy's face and not expect Candy to get defensive, because you know from the day one of this motherfucking season of the show, she's been defending Todd from day one. Whether it's Candy, to Nene, whoever the fuck, her ass has been defending Todd since the beginning of the damn season, okay? So let's be real about that shit. Don't be trying to wave your finger all up in the shit and try to pacify the shit like you weren't trying to dig up some motherfucking dirt, because we know damn well you were. Then Cynthia's ass is gonna nudge on Todd and be like, yeah, I'm gonna have a conversation with you. I'm like, bitch, really? Like, I feel like Cynthia was all kinds of out of pocket with the shit. Next thing you know, Peter done come up talking about some
what happened? Man, y'all acting real strange. Like, for real, y'all acting real strange.
And Candy's ass is like,
now here comes Peter, bucking up his chest like he gonna do something.
Next thing you know, Peter gonna be like, you know the rules, you know the rules. Todd's ass is gonna be like, what rules, man, what rules? And next thing you know, they trying to shove each other and shit. Next thing you know, Candy tries to get involved. Then Mallory's ass gets up from the couch that she was sitting on to try to get all up and through, tries to quote unquote break the shit up. And she's talking mad shit about Candy, talking about I'ma break her motherfucking ass. And Candy's like,
I will drag you in this bitch.
That is the first time that she actually enunciated her words and opened her mouth to use her mouth to talk. Y'all, it was some straight up buffoonery, okay? So I guess eventually, you know, Phaedra tries to calm, you know, Candy's ass down. We don't know where the fuck Apollo's ass is, okay? She's like, I don't want you to be hurting or whatever. I don't want you mad or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And next thing you know, Todd and Peter trying to walk off into the sunset together, because now they done gotten on their bromance type shit, talking about some we having men's conversations. They trying to, you know, cool shit out or whatever. So, okay, so the buffoonery is done so far in this episode. So after all this bullshit goes down, right? Now they're gonna go into everybody's interpretations of what the fuck happened, okay? We got Candy, her best friend, whatever the fuck her name is, I forgot her damn name, and we got Todd, who they're trying to, you know, go through what the fuck happened and how Candy's embarrassed right now, you know, 'cause she done, you know, went a little out of character or whatever, and, you know, she was trying to explain to her girlfriend, I think her girlfriend's name is Carmen, whatever the fuck, trying to let her know what the fuck happened. Then we got Nene, we got Greg, we got Cynthia, and we got Peter, who, of course, Cynthia's interpretation of the shit was that, you know, Candy was going cray, and that, you know, I can't believe how cray, you know, Candy was acting or whatever the fuck, knowing damn well Cynthia's ass started this whole motherfucking thing. Now we go over to Kenya, who's over with her little cheerleader Brandon or whatever. And turns out, you know, I guess he had a bruised rib or a cracked rib or whatever the fuck. And, you know, that he done gone to a lawyer already, filed a police report and shit. And could have easily gotten Apollo's ass pretty much in trouble again or thrown in jail again or whatever the fuck, because it's a felony because he done bruised or cracked his rib. Which, you know, he said to Kenya that the reason why he didn't press charges because he was thinking about the kids and, you know, didn't want them to go fatherless or whatever the fuck. Little did he know that his ass may be going to jail anyway. Of course, business as usual for Candy's ass. So after all this bullshit, Candy, Todd, and the rest of her damn crew, her manager and whatever the fuck, they all have a little, you know, open audition, what turned out to be really, really, really successful. Hell of a lot of people showed up for the motherfucker, but nobody with some singing skills or whatever. So I guess, you know, they're going to go ahead and find the little person, but she got a couple big wigs that are going to be part of her play, which I heard was actually cool. So, you know, we going to see whatever the fuck happens with that. But y'all know she ain't having no problems of making her damn paper. So Candy's ass decides, you know, let's go ahead and try to rectify the situation with everybody. Let's try to be all kumbaya. So after a little while, after the whole buffoonery happened, she decided to invite everyone to, you know, go ahead and go to get some massages or whatever so they could sit down and hash things out or whatever the fuck. Cynthia gets there. She tries to act all brand new and shit. She ain't really fucking with the bitch. And so Cynthia and Nene and Cynthia, Nene, and Phaedra's ass they go ahead and do their little foot massage or whatever, knowing damn well not damn one of them bitches have cute feet at all, okay? And then, everybody else, including Kenya and Portia's ass, they go ahead and have, their little full body massages. So now they're all going to have, a little hot tea, after their massages are done and shit. Candy actually said, I'm sorry, my bad. I didn't mean to, act out of character and shit. I was kind of shocked that she actually took the high road completely and said, my bad, I apologize for all of my actions that night. But of course, Kenya's old ass gotta be all like, so what happened? Because we had left, so what had happened? So Nene tried to get all up under Kenya's ass and be like, you didn't act any more of an ass than Kenya's ass did. And of course, before Nene could even get in Kenya's ass, Cynthia's gonna try to interject and be like, no, but I have to say some shit, right? So she's gonna go on and talk about the fact that, she felt like however the fuck Candy acted was so out of character for her, and that she's never seen her like that or whatever. And, she feels like she had gotten in her personal space, but, she didn't really know that Candy could get like that, didn't expect that, and that she would never do that shit her damn self to her either. Now Candy's getting a little heated like, okay, your sister was trying to, get up all under me, your sister pushed me or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because y'all know Mallory kind of got in the melee or whatever and kind of pushed Candy, on her little shoulder or whatever, so she wasn't really too pleased about that. Of course, Cynthia had Mallory's ass and was like, okay, well, if that's what she did, maybe she was wrong for that, but, I just feel like you didn't have to go there, you know what I'm saying? So Cynthia and Candy go back and forth for a minute and a half trying to debate who did what and whatever the fuck, and y'all know what the fuck Cynthia did. She was all up in her face. She was, talking all backwards and shit, not making no daggone sense. So now Candy's like, nah, motherfucker, your ass had your hands in my face. Peter done walked up on some shit. Mallory's ass done pushed my black ass, so I was reacting or whatever. So Cynthia's gonna be like, okay, well, fine, I'm gonna go ahead and apologize for Mallory, because what she did, if she did it, it was wrong what she did. But my thing is, Cynthia, okay, I got it. You said what you needed to say, but the real talk is, Candy from the very beginning, when they sat down and they all were together at that daggone table having their little tea, Candy went ahead and said, look, I'm gonna take full responsibility for whatever the fuck I did. Look, my bad, I apologize. I overreacted. So at the end of the day, Cynthia, just be like, hey, dude, here's the deal. I shouldn't have been talking shit behind your back for real, because we're supposed to be cool. I shouldn't have had my fingers all up in your motherfucking face. My sister might have been a little bit out of line. She was trying to protect my motherfucking ass, but she shouldn't have touched you or whatever and kept it the fuck pushing. Now, Kenya's ass has been trying to see when the opportune time would be for her to finally have that conversation with Phaedra's ass, because, she thinks Phaedra and Apollo need to apologize for whatever the fuck went down that night against Brandon, all right? Now Phaedra's, trying to diffuse the situation, talk about some.
Everyone knows that my husband got into the physical altercation that occurred that night. I just hate that it went that route, because we as black people struggle to fight stereotypes every day. And so when we act crazy, it don't help nobody.
Kenya's ass like, look, bitch, we ain't talking about this civil rights, okay? We talking about the fact that Apollo done had flashbacks of his ass in the penitentiary and damn near tried to beat Brandon's ass, okay? That's what it's all about at the end of the day. Now, Nene tries to get involved in this motherfucker, trying to say that the entire melee, everything from the start to finish, was because of Kenya's late ass, because her ass came to the whole event late, because it was her event. And since it wasn't your event, you done came to the motherfucker late, and you brought Brandon, who didn't know how to act, in front of other motherfuckers. And my thing is, y'all saw the melee last week. We already know what the dealio is. We know Brandon wasn't trying to have no kind of fist fight with Apollo. We know Apollo came for that ass. And we know damn well Brandon was just trying to have Kenya's back. So let's be real. At the end of the day, everybody had their significant others there. Kenya didn't have nobody, so she had Brandon there. You can't blame her for bringing somebody up in that motherfucker, right? So now Nene gets involved in the conversation. Nene wants to be like, oh yeah, well, you were late to my event, and because you were late to my event, this whole entire thing started all the way from A to point Z, okay? And that was your fault. You shouldn't have been late to my shit. Had you had respect and apologized to me for whatever the fuck. Now, my thing is, I stopped right then. Like, I stopped listening. I was like, bitch, are you really trying to make it seem as though it's Kenya's motherfucking fault? And then they're gonna try to have a debate about the fact that Kenya, tried to charge charge, okay, at Christopher Williams' wife. Now, I don't think that she tried to charge. Just based on what I saw, and I know that they edited the fuck out of that damn fight scene, I feel like she was trying to get the fuck away from Christopher, because on some real shit, he walked up on Kenya first. Everyone seems to forget that shit. He tried to kind of walk sideways in every which way to try to make it seem as though his ass was trying to go some other motherfucking place, but when I saw his ass, and my interpretation of it was that he got up and was walking towards Kenya like, bitch, you gonna say some shit about my wife one more motherfucking time. And y'all already know he's got a temper. Shit, the motherfucker looked like he came up in that motherfucker to start some shit, okay? So he came up in, got up, and walked towards Kenya. May not walked up on her, but you could tell he was heated. Okay, let's be real. Now, I don't know Kenya from a can of motherfucking paint. Shit, the bitch was what, Miss USA, Miss Missouri, Texas. Shit, but fuck, I don't know what the fuck she was, okay? At this point, I don't forgot the shit because it's irrelevant with her ratchet ass, okay? However, I don't feel as though she was trying to straight up, box with old girl. Either way, I don't feel like she should have charged on old girl to begin with. However, Christopher was in her space. He did grab on her, which is what she was trying to say. Even though he was trying to pull her aside, like, you don't really grab on no bitch like that, okay? Because he kind of man-down the bitch, you know what I'm saying? You have to wonder about that shit. I mean, he grabbed her arm kind of hard. I mean, just based on what I saw, I could be wrong. It's television, for God's sake. You know what I'm saying? But everyone's trying to debate on how the whole situation went down. Next thing you know, everybody pretty much just walks away from the situation and nothing is fucking resolved. So, long story short, at the end of the day, everybody got some kind of issue. Now, if y'all kept watching and saw the previews, y'all saw that Nene and Peter seem to have a little issue in the next episode. I don't know if it's the next episode, because y'all know they've been previewing this particular episode that we're recapping right now for the last few weeks since day one of the show, okay? However, Nene's supposed to be all up in Peter's grill, and I guess she's doing some event that Kenya's having. I don't know what the hell. I'm just basing on what I love, the little parts of the preview that I done saw. Either way, it don't look like we having a reunion no time soon. I know a while ago I asked y'all what other shows I should recap, and y'all gave me a shit ton of suggestions, but then a few of you guys let me know that Real Housewives of Atlanta is going to be on for a minute and a half. Don't get too, excited about the fact that, the show may be over, because it's not. Everyone's been saying there's going to be a whole bunch of episodes or whatever. If any of y'all know how long this show is going to go on, comment down below. Either way, let me know what y'all think of this particular episode. Y'all, I have so many viewpoints and opinions of this whole thing. Y'all know I don't believe on nobody charging on nobody. I don't agree with the way Cynthia acted with all her hands all up in Candy's face. I think Candy has a right to defend her man, because I promise you, this entire season, that's all she's ever done. And at this point, when do you expect her to finally break? The bitch finally broke, and you can't blame her. Let me know what y'all think of, whatever the fuck happened, with, Todd and, Peter's ass and Candy and shit. I'm curious to see what you guys think about that. Thumbs up this video if you guys love seeing these recaps from your girl. You guys already know, next episode we're going to be back here again. And you already know what to do. As always, follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/SocialiteSandy. Hit me up on my Facebook fan page or my Pinterest page. Those links are down below. Hit me up on my blog, TheSocialiteLife.blogspot.com, and hit me up on Instagram at SocialiteSandy. And you already know I love y'all, and I will see y'all in the next video. Love y'all. Bye. You would think that after having been in, prison for a few years and shit, that his motherfucking ass would have learned some shit by now, especially because you public like this.